Get ready to strap in. It's going to be a heck of a ride. It's like drinking from a fire hose. Never a dull moment, but yes, you'll hear the stories you won't hear anywhere else, and we appreciate you being here with us for them today. I'm Justin Barclay. Big news coming out of the MAHA movement the last week or so. As I said, just the beginning of this year. Fantastic moves we've been seeing. I know a lot of the MAHA moms and folks in the movement very happy to see the addressing the vaccine situation, taking them down from 70 some odd vaccines down to 11 in the European standards. Now we heard about food in the last week or so. Just after we did a whole show on that last week, we're hearing about food, and yet want to add something else to the mix. You probably heard about the upside down food pyramid, which is great news to our ears. But what about your water? It's a whole nother issue that I think lots of folks may have not even considered just yet. So we're going to talk about that and the ties to making it healthy again, the ties to this whole issue that go right straight back here into our own backyard in Michigan. MAHA Missy joins us right now from My Pure Health Solutions, healthwithjustin.com. Of course, we're getting ready to start our next phase of the program. My wife and I'm down 30. She's down 23, I think it was. And our good friend, Jim, I don't know if you heard this story, Missy, but Jim texted me, he said, down 25 pounds. And I feel great, he said. And I said, the thing about this is like, yeah, you lose the weight, the clothes fit better, the scale, all the numbers and things, but all the stuff that really matters most to me, the energy, you sleep better at night, you have like clear head so you can think well, all of these things I just think are probably the real wins about getting healthy again, and really the program that you all do. By the way, I'm going to talk about a little bit more how about you can join us in the next phase coming up in a little bit, folks. Healthwithjustin.com if you want to jump up in front and maybe reserve a spot so you can have a conversation with Missy and the entire team Charity there. And by the way, this is the other thing Jim said is he couldn't stop talking about you and Charity and how great the whole team was. So.
I appreciate it. If Jim's watching, I'm so excited to see a before and after photo.
Yes. Oh, I would love that too. And let me see if I can get him to text one in and see if we can get some. You want to see plenty of them? They're on the website at healthwithjustin.com right now. Let's start with a food pyramid, by the way, because this is the story again. It broke last week, like right after we did the conversation about the vaccines, and it's taken the world by storm. In fact, flipping the food pyramid, and it's so simple. In fact, if people have been paying attention, you know, this is something that you have been talking about for a while now, but flipping the food pyramid, it's going to make a big impact, I think, on a lot of people.
It's going to make a huge impact. And, you know, as anything, change is sometimes painful. It stretches us. But literally, if we could just take our mindset back into Little House on the Prairie days and go back to the basics and get away from the food industry you look it up, they spend $14 billion a year advertising in such a way to make us to influence our decisions on how we eat and how we do our lives. And so finally, I mean, I feel like every day I wake up and it's just like I'm living in a fairy tale land, because literally I've been talking like this for over 20 years, 25 years. I mean, just constantly being the voice over there in the wilderness and people thinking I'm crazy. But here it is. I mean, we're back to the basics. And I think that even what do we call it? I don't know, one of those famous cartoons out there even called this a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We had South Park. Actually, you want to see, here's the clip.
Yeah.
It's dinner time on the East Coast in less than an hour. People are going to die.
Sir, we've got a boy on the hotline who says he might know something.
Who is this?
My name isn't important. What matters is that the answer is in the pyramid.
The pyramid? That's ancient stuff you're talking about. Are you sure? Bring up the pyramid.
What is it? What is it for?
We built the pyramid a long time ago to illustrate how much people should eat of the 4 basic food groups. Sir, we abandoned the pyramid when Michelle Obama got involved. The pyramid doesn't work. We've already tried it.
It's upside down.
What?
Sir, the pyramid is upside down.
Turn the pyramid upside down.
Yes.
You can't be serious. That would put butter and fat at the top. Flip the damn food pyramid.
Yes.
This is not FDA approved. It's dinner time on the East Coast in 10 minutes. Now do it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sir, we've got a match.
Nutrition is stabilizing.
We've got a well-balanced vaccine, sir.
Wow. Natural.
Get the president on the phone. Tell him to have some steak with his butter.
Exactly.
But it's so funny because like Dave known, like even Dave known, and of course this is an older episode, but I don't know how recent it was, but it's just funny because you know, if I think about what we do in your program and like, you know, how we've changed things and how we're living, like versus my parents, and I love them. I was just talking about this earlier, but late 70s, early 80s, if you go into the home and you look at what they have, it's exactly lines up with the old pyramid. It is grains heavy. And you folks, you think about, oh, I'm going to get off. I need to get off my soapbox here. I want to let you talk, but like,
I get it. I like it.
you have with the gluten issues and the glyphosates and all of the pesticides they spray on these grains. And think about how we got to this point. But they were trying to do the right thing because they wanted to feed America and they wanted to help support the farmers. And grains heavy in your diet would do that.
Right.
Unfortunately, we're missing out on the things that are making us the healthiest, and we've unfortunately seen what we've sown here. They've
used the words, and this is the thing that's so frustrating. I mean, I feel bad because people, it's a whole, you know, analogy. A frog you put a frog in a pot of boiling water, is going to hop out. You put a frog in lukewarm water and turn the temperature up slowly over time, it doesn't know it's being cooked. That has been America forever. Yeah. I mean, it just didn't change overnight. It was a gradual progression of taking the word grains, dropping the word whole grains and just saying grains.
Yeah.
That's a problem because we're so busy. I mean, Little House on the Prairie days, they had time to stop and think. They didn't have TV. They didn't have social media. They didn't have world news events coming in that got them distracted from what was in front of them. Right. And what's in front of us is like, I look at my grandma. Oh man, she already was eating we had Little Debbie's, Hostess Ho-Hos. I mean, cereal with all this sugary cereal. And she thought she was doing right by us because she came from the South. She was poor. She couldn't afford anything fancy like that. Well, the fanciness is just packaging, marketing. And she thought she was doing well by us because she could afford to give us that, and it tasted great. However, you see the ramifications of what's taking place. You've got food allergies. All these little kids have peanut allergies, food allergies, type 2 diabetes is through the roof. How many kids, we talk about autism, that's a whole different thing. So you get the vaccines and then you're eating all this crappy food. And the body, I think to me, sometimes I look at this and like, look at how resilient the body is. I mean, because you don't go in, I'm surprised they haven't figured out a way to put crap gas in our cars. I mean, because it's like, this is our only vehicle. And the vehicle we're using or that we have to use, we're just flooding it with chemicals daily. And just chemicals in the water, in the food, in the air, it's everywhere. So it's kind of like you have to, if you can't kind of get away from all of it, but at least try to do a 70-30 with your life, change a few things out. And sorry, I mean, I could talk forever on this stuff.
No, you're right though. If you make simple changes, if you make simple changes, you can make a very simple big difference. So let's talk about real quickly in that food pyramid, what people should be doing and how they should be eating. When you take a look at it, obviously you can dig into some of the real, I think the real big pieces of this, and you drive yourself crazy overnight trying to figure it all out.
Correct.
One of the things you've talked about, and I've heard you share with me and with many others, is like you do your shopping when you go to the grocery store. Stay on the outside where all the real food is.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing we could do, is stay out of the inside where all the prepackaged, all the ultra processed stuff is.
Right. I mean, if you're looking at, I mean, again, you guys got to think propaganda and marketing. I mean, just because it's got the prettiest packaging on the outside and it says all the bells and whistles for words, turn around and look at the ingredients, you guys. And if it has 3 or 4 ingredients, that's awesome. If it's got like 24 ingredients and you can't pronounce 12 of them, no, because that's synthetic. It's synthetic. And the body wasn't designed to recognize it, and it is going to spike your blood sugar through the roof. That is why so many Americans are just obese, and everyone's carrying this massive amount of belly fat. And it's because what happens is, and man, this industry is smart. What they do is you eat this packaged food with all these chemicals in it, and dumps all this. You're eating sugar, and your body was designed to take the sugar and put it into the cell and then use it for energy. Well, the thing is, when you're eating all this sugary food, it's dumping so much sugar into your body that your body is overloaded and it doesn't know what to do with the sugar. And so then it calls in all the reinforcements of your body to come and handle the sugar that's in the bloodstream. It doesn't know what to do with it. And then things start to fall apart. And then the body starts to, then you eat it, you spike, you have your energy, and then you crash. And what does your body look for naturally? It needs more energy because you got a job to do, and your kids have got to stay, and they got to stay awake for school. So your body looks for the next rush, and it's already designed to crave that chemical again. So then you eat more of it. And it's like, if you go back to the basics, I mean, breakfast should be eggs, some whole grain oats. You can have oatmeal, put some butter in that oatmeal, use some honey to sweeten it, use it. I mean, you can have avocados in the morning. You could have bacon in the morning. I mean, but try not to go for the Nutri-Grain bar or
donuts.
Donuts, all that stuff. It tastes so good. It tastes good. However,
I'm just thinking about all the stuff my mom used to feed us, like Pop-Tarts and things like that. It's like, oh my gosh, and cereal. And like, if you go into our house, like, you really aren't, I don't even think we have cereal in our house, to be honest with you. Like, if you went into my house when I was a kid and my parents' house now, it's like there's cereal everywhere. I'm like, what are you guys doing? What are we doing here?
I mean, and you figure, ADHD is off through the charts, and you got these little kids that they'll eat something crappy for their lunch. They have some energy for a hot minute, and then they tank, and then they're getting in trouble because they're not paying attention. And it's just like, it's not their fault. It's not their fault. So if we gotta pull it back, I'm so excited for what's about to happen, because I'm like, when will we finally see the results of the changes that are happening? Will it be a year from now when we finally see statistics going down and little kids not having to, it's exciting. I want it now. So.
It's big news. It's a big story, and we're seeing so much happen so quickly, specifically in this MAHA movement. What about, talked about the food, but what about the water? The next move is the water. How do you make your water? How's my water not healthy? RFK Jr. talking about specifically one ingredient in your water you may not even realize, and it's in more than your water, as a matter of fact. And it all got its start right back here in Michigan.
Fluoride should not be in our water. Fluoride had a strong justification in the 1940s when it was added, and people didn't understand the science, and they thought its benefit to our teeth was systemic. By drinking it, it would enter your body and somehow protect your teeth. Now we know that there is no systemic advantage, zero systemic advantage, and that the only advantage comes from topical application. So it's the water that passes through your mouth. You can achieve that benefit from brushing your teeth. And in the era of fluoridated toothpastes and mouthwashes, It makes no sense to have fluoride in our water. The evidence against fluoride is overwhelming. In animals, in animal models, and in human models, we know that it causes IQ loss, profound IQ loss, and it's dose related. So the more fluoride you get, the higher levels in your drinking water, your urine, the more likely it is you lose IQ and also other neurological injuries like ADHD. It affects, science indicates that it affects kidney health, it affects liver health, that it causes hypothyroidism, that it causes osteoarthritis. Women who are more exposed have up to 50% more hip fractures than women who are unexposed. It causes fluoridasis in between 40 and 80% of our kids. It makes no sense to have it in our water supply, and I'm very, very proud of this state.
I want to come back and talk about this because they're making a big move on this right now, but I want to give the background so people know that the beginning of this whole process actually started right here in our own backyard in Grand Rapids, Michigan, the first city to do it on January 25th. And by the way, we're just days away from that. I have a feeling we're going to have an announcement by that day. Grand Rapids became the first city in the world to add fluoride to its public water back in 1945. The city, along with the U.S. Public Health Service, Michigan Department of Health, and the University of Michigan School of Dentistry, began a 10-year study that never stopped. In fact, you can still see this plaque today out in front of what was the water company. Now it's like lofts out there. And then if you go into the city, you'll see in other places there's like statues and sculptures. And there's the proclamation back from 1940. That's a dentist he's holding it up. But what a story. It's another piece in the water that lots of people don't even think about.
No, and is it any wonder that they chose the state of Michigan that has the most lakes out of all states? I'm like, who benefits for all this? Oh, the dentist I've been around a long time. My kids are 32, 33 coming up here, and they never had fluoride treatments ever. I mean, and our dentist was a good friend of ours. I mean, we were all the same age. And, when I first had to tell him going in to see him, I said, I don't want any fluoride treatments on them. And he's like, well, it's good for you. It's this, that, the other thing. I'm like, oh yeah. Well, why did fluoride, when they started using it, when they started trying it out on animals, it was killing all the insects and the rodents and the mice and lice and everything else. If it was killing rodents and killing all these things, that's what they were using it for. Why would you want to put it in my kid's mouth, a healthy child? And they've proven that fluoride, that it didn't prevent cavities, the way that they thought it was going to prevent cavities. Instead, what did we get? ADHD, women with hip problems, thyroid problems, kidney, liver, all these things. I mean, the consequences are devastating. I mean, don't even get me started with mercury and what they're putting, I can't go out and say too much stuff, but the dentists also have been putting mercury forever in people's mouths. I mean, mercury, when they pull mercury out, this is a sidebar, they pull mercury or filling out of your mouth, it goes into a hazardous material bucket on the wall over there. When a hazmat person comes and takes it, and then they drop it off and they bury it in a place where no human contact can ever get around the mercury that just came out of your mouth.
Wow.
I'm like, come on, but it's just like, but we're so busy. And again, the world's been so busy, and you don't know who to look for. You got to go like, who's making money off of this? Who's profiting? Because I'm not a dentist. I mean, it'd be one thing if I was a dentist and like, come use me because I won't give you fluoride. But I mean, it's just like, it's maddening. And so what can people do? I think I sent you over, there's a couple for the drinking water, osmosis. I mean, for people that, my sister-in-law or my daughter-in-law just came over from Australia, and she went to go drink out of my tap water out of my house. And I stopped her. I was like, stop, don't drink the water. She's like, what is the problem? Like, you have no idea what's in our water. And she is like, I just think you're just being a little over the top. I'm like, no, let me just show you some statistics. Because she's like, why would they put that in the water? I'm like, Why would they put all this stuff in our food? Because they were only here for 1 week and they already had dark circles underneath their eyes. They came in glowing. And by the time they were on their way out to fly back, they had dark circles. Their skin didn't look as good. And it's because they've been eating from our old food pyramid.
All the junk we eat. Yeah. I mean, they can eat the same food and still have worse outcomes because there's different things, different ingredients in our food here than there is there, which is wild.
Absolutely. Yeah. So for the fluoride, I mean, you can use an osmosis filter. You got to look for filters that, do a little bit of research. It's not too hard. You get in there and find out what are the best filters to remove the fluoride from the water, because I don't know how long it's going to take to clear any of that stuff out. I mean, I live over here where, Enron dropped in just millions of buckets of oil and destroyed all of our water over here in Battle Creek, Michigan.
We've got PFAS here, and
yeah, the water contaminations in the state of Michigan are
that I know that there's a couple of local companies that come in and will put like reverse osmosis, and they've done that in the home, specifically in the areas that PFAS has gotten into their water and even in their wells. So
correct.
These people are drinking, pristine water, and and some of them have cancer and horrific stories that come out about this, and it's everywhere. We're finding out that it's everywhere. So it's worth looking into.
It's so worth looking into, because like what he said, the fluoride attacks the pineal gland. The pineal gland is back here, is in your head, and science shows it. It's the most sensitive part of your central nervous system. Some people call it your gut, your like your third eye, your pineal, your intuition, your God connection, that the gut feelings, all that is coming from the pineal gland. Well, the pineal gland gets calcified. When we drink fluoride or brush our teeth with fluoride, it's basically putting, like, think of it like a concrete box wall around this thing that is your antenna, that is directly connected to your God and your intuition and your knowing. They've calcified that by putting fluoride in things. I mean, they want to say it was for cavities. I'm a little bit of conspiracy theorist person. I mean, I think I kind of earned the right to be able to think like this after you have an autistic kid, 33 years ago. I mean, I've been around for so long, and that my son being diagnosed with autism has led me down the path to all the things that I've learned and share and explain to people. And I'm telling you, our bodies are resilient. And I see what happens to people day in and day out when they join us, when they get a full body reset, when they figure out what's broken down in their body, they fix it. You need a tailored plan to a unique situation / problem that's going on the inside of your body, that's screwing up your metabolism, screwing up your circadian rhythm, your gastrointestinal system, your hormones, your detoxification system, and your immune system. All of it's at play 24 hours a day. This body of yours is doing its best to keep you upright, standing, and moving so you can go and live the life you were designed to have. But man, here you go. Here's a great toothpaste, great for kids, great for adults. You can find this locally in almost any store that you go to.
Fluoride free.
Fluoride free. We don't want the pineal gland having stress on it.
This is called Hello, and there's another brand you sent over to called Boca, and I know of a few others as well. But you got to look at the back, you got to look at the ingredients, and you got to ask around, like locally.
Yeah. And I found because those two you can buy at a Walgreens, Walmart. Sure. I mean, those are easy access to go get. That's one easy step. So you don't even have to go to Amazon to get it. Just stop and throw it on, one step at a time. Change out your toothpaste, and
that's a good idea.
Change out that toothpaste, and there you go. I mean, that's a huge win. You're already ahead of 99% of the world at that point.
It's just little simple things that we can do that make a big difference. And MAHA Missy with the report. So we covered food and water today. Who knows what's gonna happen next week with the announcements? We're always bringing you the latest stories. I think it's so important because obviously my journey getting back on track. I've recognized and realized, for me to accomplish what I'm called to do, I've got to take care of. I've got to steward this body that I'm making. We only give it one body, so we got to be good stewards. We can take care of it to make sure we get to where we want to go. And that's why we are headed down this road challenge. Would love to have you join us. Healthwithjustin.com is the website, by the way. Healthwithjustin.com. You can find out how you can join us and be a part of all of the great things that are happening. We've got I guess probably I think we're getting scanned. Somebody asked about this. I think it was Sean. Does Missy have a scan where she could do like a body scan in her office? Yeah, in fact, she can send it out. You don't have to be local. She can do this all across the country, and that's one of the things that we do that makes it so powerful. But talk a little bit about that, what you're scanning for and what you find if Sean wants to get scanned. By the way, folks, healthwithjustin.com or call 269-964-4044 to find out more.
Yeah. Well, thanks to science, we use science to figure out what's out of balance inside each person's body. And so we have a device, it's FDA approved. This company's been around for a long time. We use frequencies. We are a Nikola Tesla all day long kind of office. Your body is unique and there are 36 trillion cells inside the body. Every single cell is communicating just like a cell phone. And out of those 36 trillion cells, there are 2,800 biomarkers within those that we need to look at that's controlling the metabolism, which is controlling your health. If you're type 2, you want off your diabetic medications, you want off blood pressure medications, cholesterol, thyroid medications, you name it, eczema, psoriasis, all of these things that people have is a breakdown of communication network inside the body. So we can scan people from all over the United States. We have people from other countries. And all you have to do is call the office and it's a free consultation. It's a free conversation. There's no money down. You don't need to pay for anything. You just need a conversation. If you choose to want to go forward, then obviously money comes further on down the road. But I need people to grasp your body. There's a story on the inside of that body of yours, and we've been trained to look at the outside. It's an inside problem, and you need a tailor-made solution for your unique situation. And so what we do is we use frequencies and we reactivate every single biomarker in your body, reactivate it to jumper cables. We bring jumper cables to the sections of your body that the metabolism is broken down, and we restart it again. And then most importantly, on top of that, we have to deactivate and detox your body at a cellular level. And we need to attack specific toxins that are attacking your body, causing your body to work 100 times harder than what it was designed to work. I mean, when you go through the process, you wake up, your body is waking up again because it's remembering what it was designed to do to begin with. When you get rid of all the noise, and then we show you how to eat. We eat for the rest of your life. So we're a system that reboots your body. We reset your body from head to toe, and then we show you how to keep the weight off for good. It sounds like too good to be true, but we're that kind of company. It's so good. It's powerful.
Sean's asking how much does it cost to get scanned. I just recommend you reach out because it's part of the program. So I don't know if she'd do one-off. So like if you're just looking for something different, like maybe not AM. And Missy, I know you do things like this, but like not even just
we have metabolism scans, and then if someone isn't worried about the metabolism, they're just their overall health, we definitely have a different kind of scan. We call that a wellness scan.
Wellness program, yeah.
We have wellness and we have metabolism. So those are the two things that we focus on.
Reach out because they'll get all the answers specific to your case. 269-964-4044. Go to healthwithjustin.com. Thank you for taking the time. Another MAHA moment with our good friend MAHA Missy. And man, oh man, I mean, you just talk about the progress we're making. We are kicking butt and taking names and RFK Jr. By the way, folks, it's because of people like you. You're the ones who have pushed this movement forward, and you stand on top of it. Keep it in the fight. We need you now more than ever. It's what makes a difference. They've never done this before. There's a reason. People haven't spoken up. They haven't been loud enough. Now's the time. So big hats off. Salute to you. Missy, always a pleasure. Thank you for taking the time to be here with us.
God bless. Bye.
You too. God bless. We'll talk soon. Again, healthwithjustin.com. Healthwithjustin.com is the website. Again, our Maha Moment update with Maha Missy. More coming up next week as we're back then. In the meantime, make it a great one, folks. We're wishing you the best. I'm Justin Barkley. God bless.